lovely Legionnaires. How are you doing today? Sunny's here! Hello, Sunny.
I'm also here. Hello.
Auntie, hi! How unexpected to see you here!
I
So we are actually going to be doing art today. This time it isn't clickbait, I promise. We're gonna be doing...
I can't believe you clickbait us.
So I decided that instead of doing these little ones, because I just kept looking at them and kept being like, oh, I want to make them bigger, I want to make them full pieces, but I shouldn't, but I wanna, but I shouldn't, but I wanna. So I'm gonna, because I have no fucking self-restraint.
So you're just gonna...
So we're drawing Ace and Yamato today. Because, listen, before any of you motherfuckers say anything, I know.
Anything.
I know. There's some of you who are saying, listen, some of you may be looking at me and going, these characters have spoken one time in canon. Yes. So anyway. They're T for T, I think. You think? You think Ace is also?
Listen, I just think...
Yes.
I just think that's the end of the sentence.
I simply think.
Like, and like, but every time we kiss, I feel I reach for the sky.
I've decided that they're gay, Your Honor.
Cool.
And therefore, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Not a single goddamn thing. Fuck you.
I've decided I don't care. Honestly, I could totally have seen it, even by one interaction.
They're cute, Your Honor. They're just cute.
You know what else is cute?
You
guys.
Damn. Got fucking baited.
Got him.
I'm fucking dead. I've been killed. Oh man.
Oh man. Oh geez. Oh man.
I was listening to your Foxton video when the stream started. Thank you.
Dude.
If only the next video got to be the fun one.
If only it wasn't cold, then I'd get out of bed and work.
Also, a few of my longtime followers may have noticed, Theater Kid Redeems are back, and I've simply decided fuck Twitch.
Neat.
I've just simply decided that Twitch can consume my nuts, truly. Fuck you. Consume my nuts. Consume my ass. But I love him, Your Honor. I love him very much. I did not realize that for as much as the fan base is like, Yamato, I love him, what a G, what a guy, what a cool dude. He's not in the arc very much.
Yeah.
You wouldn't imagine that from all the art I've seen.
Yeah, he's incredibly popular, but he's barely in Wano at all.
He comes in like a third of the way through the raid, and to be fair, that's when Rebecca showed up in Dressrosa.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's just like, it's just fucking hilarious that the fan base is like, I love him so much, he's so good and so cool.
I've known him for years.
I've known him for years, but like, when in reality he's simply not. He comes like halfway through the raid.
Dude, I want a figure of Ulti, but as the dinosaur, because she looks like a Yoshi.
She does look like a Yoshi. Have I started reading One Piece yet? Fuck no, I'm scared of commitment. Have I watched several different One Piece video essays? Yes, 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 yes.
I thought you were just telling me, fuck no, I'm scared of commitment, like, fucking, I was like, oh, what a good joke, Eaton. Lamau, even.
LMAO. LOL. Lamau, even.
I fucking dude, honestly, saying you won't watch One Piece because it's too long and you're afraid of that kind of commitment is a real red flag, honestly. Like, how are we gonna be in a relationship? If that's how you're treating commitment, come on, man.
I
I'm doing great, Hybrid. I'm having a pretty good art day, all things considered. They said before they preemptively jinxed themselves.
well, how so?
I drew my I drew 2 characters for that sponsored video before stream, and they turned out quite good.
Ah,
How do you fully catch on to One Piece now? You persevere. Dio's doing it. This is
In all reality, it's not that bad.
now is actually the perfect time because
Oda's taking a month-long break.
because
so.
yeah,
You
because
get laser eyes.
Because Oda's getting laser eyes. So if
Oh,
you
man,
want,
I love laser. I love having laser eyes.
so you have.
I love that that's just what he said.
Yeah, he was like, I'm getting surgery to fix my astigmatism. I'm gonna come back with laser eyes, and the community was like, good for you. I love that half of the community is like, half of the community is like, what the fuck? You cannot leave us now. The other half is like, take a break, King. The other half is like, wait a minute, you've been fucking drawing all this shit and you can't fucking see?
Dude, literally the base moment of our time.
There are 3 halves to the One Piece community.
There are. It's too large to only have one.
It's too long to have only 2 halves.
It's so funny because
it's the
like
most popular piece of published media ever published. Books to read.
I think it's funny because here's the thing. I will be here and I will say that One Piece fans are huffing paint when they say that anything in One Piece is more iconic than Super Saiyan.
However, comma.
But like iconography and quality are not the same thing. They are worlds apart. Like Super Saiyan's really iconic, but the Ultra Instinct scene is just better, and it's like better, and like it's just better. Gear 4 is better, honestly. I'll take it.
You can see, that's the thing. Like if you think Gear 4 or whatever is better, cool.
You're probably right.
Don't say it's. Don't say.
Listen, all I'm saying is that Marineford would have been mad different if Ace would have just taken his trans boyfriend on his boat.
Actually, hey Heaton,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I was thinking about, and it's something I wasn't able to tell you before because you weren't there yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that moment where Katakuri is looking at Luffy and he's like, "Are you gonna come back?" And he's like, "Of course I am. I'm gonna be king of the pirates." And then Katakuri's like, "You're really looking far ahead into the future."
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "I'm done." I heard a great headcanon that like he used observation hockey in that moment and saw what happened if he were to finish Luffy right then and there. And he's like, I'm not fighting Bugs Bunny. I'm done. I'm 48 years old. I'm done. Goodbye.
I love that with all of my heart. It's just the notion of like,
That's for Kaido. Kaido's ass.
Kaido's ass can deal with that shit. I think simply the fuck not. I think I'm gonna take a nap here.
Yeah, that's gonna destabilize a region. I would rather it not destabilize my nuts. I think it's so funny because like he's just like, man, I could absolutely kill you right now, 100% easy. What would happen if I do that? Oh.
It would probably be very bad. Did you see the fucking, by the way, did you see the fucking, the what if story that Oda drew?
Which one?
The one with Sabo?
Oh. The one where he's like made it just in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
He was like, people keep asking me to do it, so I did. There you go. And we're like, hey, Oda, that's not what we meant. Fuck you. Please, suck my nuts.
Seeing very much Nami art on my timeline right now, and I'm like, that's really cool. I like Nami a lot. You know who you could be giving me art of?
My dad?
Nah, but like, it's one of those things, right, where like, I get it. If it's like, oh, this is gonna take forever. Like, if it's something, like, if it's something where genuinely you look at it and you're like, I don't think this is something that I will like enough to commit my life to it for a little while, totally understandable. I just simply disagree.
I'm almost 300 chapters in, and like, to be honest, it's like, oh yeah, this doesn't feel that bad now that I'm in it.
Okay, but here's the thing. So Oda's taking the break, but you know what he's doing first? Publishing this week's chapter. Because listen, I love Oda so much. I love his writing more than almost any other piece of writing I've ever seen in my entire life. If he gave us a 1 month cliffhanger after the chapter we just got, I would be very sad.
I've seen the spoilers and I agree.
Remember how I said Wapol is literally the most important character in the fucking thing right now? I remember how Wapol... Remember how I was... Listen, man. I was on the defending Wapol train for, like, days. For, like... I've been there for Wapol ever since I found out he's important. I've been with him since the beginning of me knowing his role in the story.
I need to propose to you a thought that I had while I was sketching this. That I cannot get out of my head.
Smoker does take 2 digs.
So I want you to think for a moment. Say that this occurs. Say that we have Marineford would have been mad different if Yamato had been there, because it would have been. But I want you to picture in your mind's eye for a moment the much funnier outcome of Ace being like, yeah, you know what? You're cool and I would like to hold your hand. Get on my boat. And he sets Yamato free, and they leave, and Yamato joins Ace's crew, right? I want you to picture in your mind's eye for a moment, one Edward Newgate when Ace returns to the fleet, and this motherfucker walks up to you and goes, "Hello, I am Kozuki Odin."
You know what Whitebeard would say? Whitebeard would laugh and say, "I could tell from a mile away."
I want the moment of Whitebeard being like,
"Goo-da-da-da-da."
Just laughing his ass off and being like, internally he's like, again?
This fucking punk would never. And then, like, Yamato's kind of like a dog in this instance, where internally Whitebeard is like, this fucking punk, this little shit-eating brat. How fucking dare this little dick at 5 minutes later? He's a little guy. Oh my god. Who's like the little guy, honestly?
He's just the littlest of guys, truly.
Like Yamato's just standing next to Whitebeard, like, bouncing a little bit, and he just, like, puts his gigantic monster hand on Yamato's head. It's just like, bad.
And then he finds out that Yamato is actually a dog.
Yeah, exactly.
I managed to avoid that spoiler. So when I was going through it and he does his Zoan transformation and I'm like, dog, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a bestest boy. I love him so much.
He's fucking Okami Amaterasu.
He is Okami Amaterasu, and I love that for him.
You know what I just had a funny thought of?
Umo?
Yamato's name is Yamato, but we know that. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's also the name of Virgil's sword.
Yeah.
Damn, you sure are right.
Yeah, you know what that means? That means that Yamato is Sparta's brother.
I was gonna say that means that Yamato is the storm that is approaching.
Provoking?
Black clouds in isolation.
I am
Reclaimer of his name.
He is in fact the reclaimer of his name, though.
Born in flames, Lamau.
He has been blessed. His family crest is a demon of death. All of these things are true.
Yamato is just Virgil. But with more whimsy and less William Blake.
Far more whimsy and no William Blake. He is a very happy man.
Is that a food? William Blake, is that a famous pirate?
That fucking whale. Love Laboon. One Piece fan, he just going on a break due to health. Hunter x Hunter fans, not again.
I had a great moment when me and Dio are watching Sabaody, and Brooke is like, "Oh yeah, Roger, I think I heard of that guy at some point," and then we remember, "Oh yeah, it's been a while."
It's been a little bit for Brooke. It's been just a little while.
I think I might have heard.
It's been a long while for me. I guess this is true.
It's been a long day.
Without you, my
no,
friend.
It's
You live
just
a
been a
long
long
time,
day.
so you know.
Yeah.
But somebody asked me my favorite One Piece character, and like, listen,
Lamau, it's Ace.
Lamau, it's Sanji, but like, for both horny and not horny reasons. Like, I find Sanji. I find Sanji very attractive, and that is a big part of it. But like, also, I read Whole Cake, and some of my favorite story archetypes. I would
see that's good and all, but you also admitted that you also find him attractive. So that means all of your arguments are null and void.
It's true.
That means horny.
I also really like I really like Law. He's probably my number 2 favorite character. Purely because one of my favorite like archetypes of character in this kind of story are the like I fucking hate you. I hate you so much. I can't stand being in your goddamn presence. And then Luffy, by contrast, is the like, we're friends!
Lamau! No one ever teach Luffy the word Lamau.
I love that Law is tired and pissed and he doesn't want to be here and he hates everything, but Luffy is just like, friend!
Lopper. Dude,
Fuck you, Mugiwara. He's like, yeah, Treffy!
Dude, I'm also like, nothing gave me more joy in this world than fucking Yoon seeing like Marineford and like just various clips of Ace at post Alabasta and being like, "Hey Avi," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I get it now." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" It's like they really nerfed Ace's design after Alabasta, and I'm like, in what regard? And Yoon's like, He has a smaller nose now, and I'm like, I knew you would come around eventually. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you would fucking falter and fail eventually. I would just have to wear you down. And he's like, Ace wore me down before you were born, buddy. And I'm like, shut up.
Love Ace. I cannot get over. So again, I read the manga. I've always read the manga. Past like the fucking East Blue, I read the manga. But like, I need you motherfuckers to know that I was not viscerally prepared. I was minding my own business, scrolling through TikTok. And TikTok informed me, the Funimation dub of One Piece, Ace is Travis Willingham, and the way that fucking sucker punched me in the mouth is unreal.
Oh man, Travis Willingham being another fire person? What?
Travis
Lamau,
Willingham.
what's his favorite food? Is it donuts?
I love Ace so much. Characters who didn't deserve it. Portgas Ace.
Kakyoin.
Kakyoin's up there.
Who's the fire guy from Demon Slayer who got turned into a donut?
Rengoku didn't deserve it either.
Goku that one time.
Luffy is a dragon with a pirate horde. No, Luffy is a dragon that hoards people.
He also hoards meat. No, actually, he doesn't hoard meat. That would imply he doesn't eat it.
Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn, Luffy, hoards people like Pokemon. And that is the only thing they have lapping over.
The funniest thing is that, like, you guys know the All Might would have chosen meat bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you say I would have been a Straw Hat, it's probably because you have enough money to afford a Big Mac. And your country is also struggling.
If your country is struggling and you can buy at least 12 McDonald's Big Macs, you could become a Straw Hat.
That's literally all it takes. The best part. It's the easiest thing in the world to become a Straw Hat. You just have to be at the right place at the right time. God, I am very stoked to be in San Francisco for Pride Month, Lamau.
A Pride stream, yeah. I've been raising money all month for Pride.
Dude. June is gonna be the most joyless month for me, and then July is gonna be the fucking best.
Pride Month 2, baby.
Like, cause when is JJK next month or this month?
JJK is in next month.
Okay, so JJK is coming out. One Piece is having the episode. Pikmin 4. Like,
oh, is Pikmin 4 next month?
Yeah, they released the trailer today.
Oh.
You get to
July
customize your little guy.
You get to make your own little duder.
And it comes out the same day as the Barbie movie in Oppenheimer.
Literally true.
I can't believe it.
Oppenheimer, the Barbie movie is where it's gonna break box office records.
It's gonna be where it's at.
I love the mental image as well of like, because I was looking for a cute pose and I found this one and immediately I knew exactly what the little scene was gonna be. Because I love the mental image of Ace goes to Wano, goes ashore for like a couple of weeks, comes back and is like, guys, I need you to promise to not be weird about what's about to happen. And his crew just looks at him and is like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then just this fucking gigantic Amazon with his this fucking gigantic Amazon trans man with enormous tits at a fucking war club gets on the ship and goes, "Hello, my name is Kazuki Odin. I am Ace's boyfriend."
Guys, Yarodomo, I need you to not be weird. And then it's just fucking it's just Vista and Jozu and Marco being like, so how can we be optimally weird? Like, we can't just be weird. It has to be optimal.
There is the moment where, like, Marco just looks at Ace and goes, "Boyfriend?" Like, you can hear the question mark, and then Yamato's like, "Yes, I am a man." And then they look at each other and go, I didn't know you were gay.
Yeah, they all just start laughing, and then everyone, like, Yamato's like, I mean,
starts
like,
to get annoyed.
Guys, don't be mean to Yamato like that. Oh, we're not laughing at Yamato, we're laughing at you. Why? 'Cause you're gay. Then Marco and Vista just kiss.
That, for some reason, the mental image of, like, they start laughing, and then Yamato gets upset because he thinks that he's being made fun of, and then they're like, "Man, you really go ashore for, like, what, a couple of days, and you come back with a partner? Damn, is that all it took to shut you the fuck up? Jesus fucking finally."
God, I love the prospect of gay pirates lambasting you for being gay.
Oh, yeah. Well, because the Whitebeard pirates absolutely feel like the kind of, like, brotherly friend group that they will look at you and be like, and they'll be like, "I don't know, man, that's pretty gay. I literally walked in on you two fucking, like, 4 hours ago. Yeah, and that was pretty gay, too. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, dude, fucking the reason why Roger wasn't a part of the Rocks Pirates is because, like, he was monogamous with Rayleigh, and they all thought that was cringe.
I was looking at the artwork, the Twitter profile. Took Kinning to another level, transed his gender. Exactly! That's the joke, is everybody's like, "Oh, well, he can't really be trans because he keeps claiming to be Kazuki Odin." And I'm like, he's just a fucking Kinney. Like that's what it boils down to.
You need to watch the fucking flashback, or at least, like, parts of the Wano flashback with me, so you can see the fucking eye catch of Roger and Rayleigh drinking out of each other's fucking pints, and, like,
where they do the thing.
Yeah, and I want you to have the same reaction Dio had, which is, I'm really glad I know who's docking. I'm such a huge fan of that word now. Oh my god, I didn't know because I knew what it meant. Guy. I've been friends with Donnie.
Let me see the guy. Me! I love. I'll have to toss it. I'll have to toss it in the fan art folder. Thank you, Sunny. Sunny drew my Minecraft character. Wait, get back here. Let me see. Oh, refining the sketch a little bit took, like, not as long. Him.
Yamato's going to be upset when he hears that he's not the only one that fits so into Ace. What?
White bitch just like, damn, Ace. You're gonna really wreck our home like this?
That is awful. DMC 95_66. That is awful.
Oh my god. Have you seen Whitebeard's hair under the bandana?
Yes! The second mustache!
So fucking like why?
I love Oda so much. Fucking
Listen,
yeah, so sorry, I was gonna say, so I was I found the artist of that Jinbei Robin piece I sent you a while back.
Mm-hmm.
On Twitter again, so I was like scrolling through their media tab. Because they drew a really funny comic of Mihawk and Shanks, like, mid-sex. And Perona just opens the door and, like, runs out and runs to Zoro and is like, Zoro!
And then like she's just running in, she's trying to find Zoro's room, and then Zoro walks behind her and finds Shanks and fucking Mihawk having sex, and then they're like, don't, and he's like, sorry guys, I only have eyes for Sanji.
Well, I liked the because she runs to Zoro and Shanks is like, well, you should probably talk to her about that. And he goes, oh, fucking fine. So he puts on a robe, like, goes to talk to her, and she's with Zoro, and she's like, did you know that Shanks and Mihawk are fucking? And Zoro's like, yeah, I've known for weeks. She goes, what do you mean you've known for weeks? And he's like, I walked in on them earlier.
I keep walking in on them.
And I love the bit is Mihawk just being like, I need to lock my fucking door.
No, the thing Zoro says, they've been having sex in every single room in this house. How am I not going to find them? Meanwhile, he's just been walking into the same room over and over again.
Getting lost on his way to go anywhere in the mansion.
The bathroom.
But, like, another one I saw was, because I was like, I didn't know that Mihawk and Shanks was, like, a ship. I'm like, I can kind of see it, I guess. But, like...
you haven't watched the stuff where they, like, hang out in the early shit.
Yeah.
In a while, probably.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I can see that. I didn't know this, it was a case of, like, I didn't know this was a thing, but I see it. And fucking... the other one I saw was fucking Roger and Garp.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's a big one.
And I think that's hilarious.
The thing is that, like, you can't even say Garp is Ace Arrow because...
Oh no, Garp
he has
fucks.
A son.
Oh, Garp, like, definitively fucks. Like, I could have told you that.
What do you think the G in Garp stands for?
It stands for...
Gilf.
It stands for girth.
Girthy, aerodynamic, rhetorical penis.
Ridiculous penis. This is the type of guy to see a live bird and go, is anyone gonna eat that? And then not wait for a response.
Is anyone gonna eat
We've gone over this. Garp fucks like a rabid rhino. You are correct. I do believe this.
Have you seen the image of Garp as a child?
Yes.
Where he's fucking... Oh my god, dude, he's riding a tiger. He, like, already has this... He looks exactly like Luffy.
I like the idea that it was a case of, like, he and Roger were, in fact, like, intimately involved. And then Roger just provides him Ace, and he's like, damn it.
Hey, you wanna know something funny?
Is that exactly what happened?
I mean, listen, God Valley disappeared for a reason.
My favorite joke was I also saw her draw another one of their ship, and it's Raleigh pulling Roger away, and he's like, no, I have to go kick that old bastard's ass. And Raleigh's like, no, the two of you are either gonna fight or fuck, and the area ecosystem cannot handle either outcome. Yamato really says, my name is Kazuki Odin, and I'm here to marry your son. I think I need to readjust where the eyes are. Hang on. Because they're not quite right. Oops.
God, yeah, dude, I love the idea of of Shanks. Like like his whole deal is he is just the Mixoplex of One Piece,
Mm-hmm.
and just on the basis of One Piece film Red, like you know that scene in the manga where like the five elders are meeting and then Shanks just walks in and is like, "What's good, fellas?" And they're like, "What's up, Shanks?" He was going to discuss One Piece film Red with them and the marketing. And then when Green Bull shit his pants, it's because he was not in One Piece film Red and he was in the vicinity of Shanks.
I mean, isn't that not canon?
No, it's well, I think film Red isn't canon, but the filler episodes with Uta are canon.
Oda really said, "I love her too much. She's real now."
I wish she was on that cover with all the girls.
I do as well. I think
You
that's
know-
better.
You know what?
Hang on.
Chicken butt.
Because when you want to when you want to have the character look like straight on. Okay, no, they need to be tilted down because Aces are tilted up. Because his head is back, so his should be tilted down a little bit, not that far. Yeah, that's better. There we go. That looks right. Literally went through all the One Piece characters' fuckability. I know. Well, not their fuckability. Oh. There's a difference between their fuckability and their willingness to fuck.
Dude, we're gonna
Because Ace possesses peak fuckability, but I think he's an asexual.
You know what we need to do? Here's what we need to do. Here's what's gonna happen. A year-long stream where we make a tier list of every One Piece character. Like, that is a subathon that never stops.
It would be a funny subathon goal.
And
the One Piece tier list. It's so funny because like when I made the One Piece tier list, I had 3 joke top tiers. Like, I don't know if I ever showed you it, but like above S tier is the boys. Above the boys is like God. Above God is King of the Pirates, and in the King of the Pirates tier is Luffy, Imposter Luffy, and Karu.
I thought you were gonna put Buggy in that one.
I need to put Buggy in there now. Buggy's the King of the Pirates. Have you seen those images of like like Mihawk and Crocodile being like all bloody and shit? Like Buggy is the man who will be the King of the Pirates.
Yeah, I love that. Where they re-edit the manga panels of people talking about Luffy. Yes.
The best one is the edit of Luffy telling Jinbei to come back in Whole Cake, but it's Luffy saying Buggy will be King of the Pirates. It's so fucking funny, bro. Buggy's so awesome.
The Crossguard Alliance is one of my new favorite fucking bits.
Things.
Because I love with all of my heart that panel of Mihawk and Crocodile is so fucking funny.
Horny.
It's so... hang on, let me grab that panel for a second. So obscenely horny. For, like, no reason. Like, it has this panel has the exact energy of that meme of the white girl and the couch. This has the same... Tell me that this image does not have the exact same energy.
No, you know what the best part is? The best part is when they get on the Cross Guild boat and it's all Buggy themed.
So fucking funny. It's so horny and like for what? But like also just there's something so very distinctly funny about like two fucking warlords beating the shit out of Buggy because his men liked him too much and put his name as top billing on their fucking posters.
The best shit is like Buggy's crew fucking him over by being so loyal, where they're like, oh yeah, Buggy, we made you a ship, and it's like, oh great, and it's just Buggy themed, and they're like, we wanted it to be Buggy themed because you're the head of the thing, and he's like, oh, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we erected a statue of you in your honor, and everyone, and he's like, oh, that's awesome. It's like, we put 45 different types of transponder snails in there to send a signal out to every single fucking person on the planet to tell them all our exact location. It's just like, thanks guys, and it's like, oh, don't worry about it.
I love that fucking TikTok I sent you of the like Buggy D Clown live streaming during a world-changing event, during a history-altering world-changing event.
He literally, there was a world war, and
Sonny!
Buggy was like, fucking like, comment, and subscribe.
And Buggy was really out here talking about his big booty Latinos.
It's such an asshole.
Also, Heaton. Hi.
Hi. The image of me, Hawk, and Crocodile using his head's like one of those speedy punching bags.
Did I send you the fucking TikTok of the lady doing the punching machine, and then it cuts to fucking various images of a dude like cooking and cleaning with like very nice classical music playing?
Yes.
Dude, that TikTok rule.
Sanji and Meg energy.
Show that to me. Also, I can't believe it.
Me too.
No, I was looking at Yamato and the horns, and it's like,
don't say horny.
No, it is a little similar, isn't it? I love his color palette, by the way. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that.
It's a really good color palette.
I just love Yamato's color palette.
Listen, can I say someone has pretty horns?
You can.
Okay.
I can't believe your OC turned Sanji into a housewife. Good for him.
This fucking stupid idiot. Okay, you know the fucking, you know what, it's Pride Month, you know what that means. Like, you know that those memes have been going around? I found the best one.
Yeah.
And it's fucking, it's Stratos, and I think it's Darklaw. And it just says, it is Pride Month, Stratos. You know what that means. Huh? What? Do you want us to add, like, one gay from your deck to your hand? What?
I have to keep remembering that Ace has, like...
I'm so sorry, but, like, that is... Oh, that's incredible. Like, you know what we need? We need that, but it's like, it's emu, and it's like, it is Pride Month, the Goro say. You know what that means. What? Do you want us to make, like, gay history erasure?
I love so much with all of my heart that Dio is really getting, he's really absorbing the themes of One Piece. As we watch.
Yeah.
And by that I mean, while we were watching Film Red, during the point where fucking Kobe is like, they would never, there's innocent civilians here, the Marines would never. Immediately Dio goes, would they not, Kobe? Would they not? Your innocent lives would stop them, Kobe? And I'm like, I'm so glad that you're picking up on the themes here.
I think Dio caught up on the themes of One Piece in episode, like, 2. Because that's when the Marines were introduced.
Yamato is one of the men that are the reason I'm homo-flexible. It's true.
Honestly, yeah. give Yamato smooches for the homies. No, I'm giving Yamato smooches for.
I'm giving Yamato smooches for giving him smooches. Be transgender and fuck fascism. It's true. We were talking about this, and I think this is really interesting. Is that One Piece like One Piece has queer characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like objectively, and some very great ones, as a matter of fact. But like, even that aside, One Piece is one of those pieces of media that is just, while not being about being queer, is very deeply queer. Like,
you cannot look at Impel Down and tell me anything straight happened in that arc.
nah, like, it's not even that. It's like I feel like there is something that very deeply resonates with the queer community about One Piece when you think about, like, how everyone in this chat at some point is like, no, that character's gay. No, they're T for T. No, they're this, they're that. Because, like, usually there's one or two, but, like, in One Piece, you can make a solid thematic argument for most of its cast being some flavor of not straight or cis. And I think that's fascinating. One of those things, so we were talking about this, and I would like to state, I'm not going to bash on anyone's headcanons about anything, because far be it from me, right? But, my one thing that I disagree with, and I couldn't put it into words, but Justin could, so I'm so glad that he did. My one thing is, I don't think Sanji is trans. For two reasons. One, that motherfucker had some of the most professional gender thieves on the face of the earth trying to pilfer his gender, and he came out the other side a man. I think he's fucking cis as it gets. But, like, also, I agree with Justin, who put it perfectly. A lot of the best things about Sanji's character arc would feel a little lessened to me if he were not a cis man. Because, like, given how a lot of his character arc is about, like, learning to be empathetic and kind, and the fact that he became a respectful person when he was being basically groomed to be the exact opposite, I feel like it would lose some impact if he'd been a trans man the whole time. But, like, if you headcanon him as trans, I'm not gonna fucking stop you or say anything. I'm just saying I personally don't see that one. I also possess...
Speaking of trans, hi, Susie.
Speaking of fans of Emporio Ivanikov, hello, Susie.
Second people, hi, Susie.
How gay are you? Character 2. Should be offended you even had to ask. It's true.
Dude, I'm getting so tired of my internet cutting out all day. Like, this is fucking garbage.
Sucks. Rip and piss. Gender's a construct anyway. You do you, I'll do me. We won't do each other, probably. I love him, Your Honor. He's a funny little man. Well, he's not little. He's a very big man. My big titty trans boyfriend. Not saying Nico Robin trans, however, I am as a trans person saying I'm relating a lot to her due to autism and current events trademark. Yeah!
See.
Speaking of current events trademark, I gotta skedaddle my doodle.
Okay.
see you guys in San Francisco, Lamau.
Okay,
Goodbye.
take care.
Thoughts on the Punisher ending? Yeah, okay. So,
Which Punisher?
Lio told me about this yesterday.
Which Punisher ending?
The new one for the new comics.
Oh, okay.
Lio told me a little bit about this because I've been waiting for some I've been waiting to patch in a couple of holes in the issues that I didn't get in my box before I sat down, and I'm gonna be real. Okay, so a lot of people don't like it. I don't either, but not for the reasons that you think. Because a lot of people are like, oh, why would Marie... She would. She absolutely would. She'd have absolutely left. Of course she would have. Because it's been established multiple times on multiple different occasions that she would have hated it. She'd have hated what Frank was doing. He was doing it because he thought he wouldn't get her back. He thought it was over, and he was doing it for him, not for her. It makes perfect sense that she would leave. It makes perfect sense that she would hate it. It makes perfect sense that that'd be that. Welcome back to the beginning of this arc where I said, hey, you know what's fucking stupid? Bringing her back from the dead, period. It was just not a good idea. Like, I think the whole story arc of bringing Maria back, period, is dumb, and therefore every extension of it is also dumb. Like, I think the whole notion of doing that is stupid. Like, I think setting back a character's entire, like, journey for the sake of, like, some cheap shock value's cringe, and I don't like it, and I didn't like it at the beginning of the arc, and I don't like it now. You hate it for, I hate it for. You and I are not the same. It's true. Oh, I'm still mad about Foggy. I'm still mad about that. I'm gonna probably die mad about it, but like...
Then perish.
Listen, we'll be free of it soon.
Speaking of soon...
Mm-hmm.
Depending on if someone shows up tonight or in a few minutes, I might be leaving.
Okay.
However, it is not yet.
Okay.
Also, you
Yeah, I think Zdarsky's run as a whole fucking bites ass, so like... a shock to literally nobody.
But is there anything good to come out of it?
I mean... There's... I think part of the thing that infuriates me is I feel like there's hints of a good character arc in there. Like, some of Matt's dialogue during the King in Black event was pretty good. But, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the things that I liked about it can be chalked up to things I've seen other writers do with the character better. So I just don't have a lot of, like, strong compliments for it, I guess. Mary Jane losing her kids on top of that mistake. This Spider-Man proves directors shouldn't write comics. True. I don't...
I'm noticing the Marvel comics are currently in shambles.
Fucking shambles. And I think it's... I don't know. I think it's... I don't know what's going on. Like everything, when it's big enough and goes on long enough, has its fucking bad stints, right? So, like, we can't pretend that, like, oh, well, DC's the fuck up and Marvel's never made a mistake. Because, like, they have. They're doing it right now.
Yeah. The thing is, the DC movies have been collectively not nearly as good as the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Or at least the DC, the ones that are part of a cinematic universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the fucking, we're also not gonna pretend that, like, I've seen motherfuckers be like, haha, Marvel is the bat. It's like, you can sit the fuck down, DC. You can, listen, we're having our moment, and that's true, and you can talk shit about the current comics all you want. What we're not gonna do is pretend like DC has the better track record, because they don't, and I will hit you with a bat. Because I think motherfuckers know that, but... Because some DC fuckers will really be out here like, well, you know, haha, one more day sucks. And then, like, yeah, so does All-Star Batman and Robin. What's your fucking point? Shut the fuck up. Like, it's silence. Do not open your mouth. Speaking privilege is revoked.
it is...
Comic fans second. Tom King, I'm remembered. Fucking, I don't know. It's one of those, we've talked about this in private a little bit. I don't mind talking about it in public, because it's not that big a deal, but, like, this is one of the reasons why, as a reader, as someone who prefers to read her funny media, as opposed to watching it most of the time, it's why, personally, I get, as a fan of both, I get why manga is currently fucking destroying Western comics in sales numbers. Because one of the main things that manga has that Western comics do not is cohesion. Like picking up, like, you can, for example, you can say whatever you want about One Piece. Like, it's so long. It's so fucking long. It's long. But, like, one of the things... Also, thank you, Joshua Susano, for the $15 to the Trevor Project. We are, once again, raising money, in case you forgot. We're raising money for the Trevor Project, a charity that protects LGBT youths and helps suicide prevention. So if you have some extra pennies...
Also, for every $50 that are raised, Heaton will draw one Safe for Work lewd.
I'm drawing one lewd.
I think one of your characters?
Not necessarily. Just of LGBT characters I like, minor canon ones. I drew Crocodile for the $100 limit.
Okay.
But, like, you can say whatever you want about One Piece being too long, but, like, when you compare it against, like, Western comics in terms of...
really is a cult with a franchise.
Thank you for the resub, Joshua Susano. I appreciate it immensely. Welcome back. But, like, the main thing, right, is, like, it's all Oda's story beginning to end. There is a cohesion in the writing. Like, the chronology is the same. The timeline's easy to follow. Where do you start with One Piece? Volume 1. And then you just keep going. You don't have, like, 10 different people writing 10 different, totally different interpretations of the same character that's been around since the fucking 80s. You know what I mean? Like...
It's very rare that sort of thing happens, and even then, they usually have successors pinned if they do.
Right.
Like with what happened with Berserk.
Right. Like, it's the notion of, like, the thing about manga overall that dominates Western comics is just that they're so much easier to get into. They're easier to follow. Like, everything about them structurally is just superior. And I totally get why now Western readers are turning their eyes towards manga instead of Western comics. Because as somebody who really likes both, like, who likes Western comics and manga a lot, I prefer to read manga, personally, because I have runs like the Zdarsky run that follow things like Wade's run, where I love Mark Wade's interpretation of the character, and I am slowly beginning to become poisoned to any other run of the character, because all of them are so fucking samey and boring and don't capitalize on the things I like about the character. But if I pick up the next issue of fucking Blue Period, it'll be the same artist it'll be the same artist, the same author from the first one I picked up. Character consistency stays the same. The artwork stays consistent in quality. Like, it's just a more cohesive experience.
Not to mention, another thing that I don't think we're just touching on. It's all self-contained.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah, because I
won't be sitting there reading next week's Jujutsu Kaisen and have a footnote at the bottom of it that says, for context, read this week's episode of Blue Lock. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be reading 10 books or wait for the, I almost said the Tankobon. Jesus Christ, I have brain rot. For the trades to figure out what the fuck was going on in between these. You know what I mean?
I know comics, even Western comics, might have a footnote that refers back to an earlier chapter, but first off, don't manga do that too?
They do, but very rarely, because they're usually very self-contained.
But even then, that's still only like refer back to an earlier manga, whatever, you know.
There was a great.
It's not like you have to refer to. It's not like you have to refer to an entirely separate. It's not like you have to refer to an entirely separate
series.
Yeah.
For example, right? I really like both Daredevil and the Punisher, but if I wasn't a Punisher fan and I only liked Daredevil, it would be really annoying for me to have to read the current run of Punisher to understand where the fuck this Daredevil story is going. It's just... Sales are up, not actual reading of manga. I mean...
Can't believe you're drawing titty on stream.
I was gonna say, you, you... I'm gonna tilt my head a little bit, because, you know that if people are buying them, that, do you think people are buying them and not reading them? What does that mean? Because you clarified that you meant that, it's because people are doing redistro, but if people are doing redistro, then people are still reading it. Also, people read manga online illegally all the time. Cough, cough. I have a friend who has a bunch of stuff that doesn't get published in, the digital magazines and has to keep track of the updates via reading them illegally. to own Western woke Western comics. Yeah, it's fucking and like it's just in general when ranked and asked by popularity, more people are reading manga. It's why manga sections and the types of manga being put in sections of bookstores is expanding. Like, more people are reading manga now than there ever have been. And again, I don't fucking blame them. Because comics are in a weird spot now where, like, they just don't have the same pull that they used to. And in trying to pull out of old conventions of being perceived as being, like, for kids, because that was a problem that Western comics had for a long time, right? Is they were perceived as being, like, a kid's medium. But, like, the big thing, right, is that, like, now they've course-corrected so hard that, like, the only people reading them are old men. Like, one of the things that's killing comics is that their fucking demographic keeps getting older and older instead of remaining the same because they're not appealing to new readers. Because new readers can get what they want elsewhere. And sometimes it's from Webtoon, sometimes it's from independent artists, and sometimes it's from manga.
From
Comics you're trying to sell to data, not people. I mean, but what kind of people? Like that's the issue, right? Is like, do you appease your core fan base? Well, your core fan base doesn't like POC or queer characters. They don't like changes in the status quo. They don't like the way that the new books are going. Well, then you don't change them. Well, now our reader base is again getting older and older, and now we are poisoning the well towards our newer readers.
That's gotta be a thing I need to do. I need to edit a thing where I hear just a chance poison the well.
Poison the well.
We need to do that for a video. I just need to find that bit. A bit where someone is just doing that, you know?
Kind of like Christy. I know a lot of people who love Poirot and others who love Miss Maple. You don't need to read one to understand the other, and they aren't referencing each other's books. Exactly! Manga also tries new stories left and right, meanwhile Western comics keeps trying the same formula. Agreed! Agreed. Wouldn't mind seeing more manga based on American comics like Deadpool Samurai, neat little self-contained story. I mean, I didn't like Deadpool Samurai, but I didn't think it was... Listen, I didn't think it was bad, or... It wasn't bad or nothing, it just wasn't for me. It was a little too hee-ho funny for my money, but I'm also not that demographic, I think.
Hey, Susie.
What?
How are you?
I'm just kind of here.
A lot of Western comics aren't Marvel, DC, and Archie, though. I mean...
True. But like...
That's the thing, though, is I'm gonna kind of like... I mean, they're not, but like... Here's the thing. As somebody who reads more than Marvel, DC, and Archie, I read Image Comics, I read, like, indie shit. Like, that's true, but a lot of the shit that I read is kinda samey. Like, a lot of the stuff that's getting pushed is pretty fucking samey. And I mean, manga, to say manga is exempt from that problem is a lie. Because, like, a lot of the fucking manga I've been recommended lately by Manga Talk has been pretty fucking samey. But, like, I don't know, I think a better way to put that is, oh wait, no, this would be further up on the wrist, is that, like, I've seen more original shit, in the pages of Jump every month than I have, in, like, leaflets for comic magazines. Be interested in adaptation of something. Maybe I meant Marvel. I'm not sure why I'd say that. Certain genres of manga do end up pretty formulaic. It's definitely not as bad as Western comics have with that. Yeah, I agree. Like, there's a, like, if I had a nickel for every fucking shit tier isekai that was exactly the fucking same as every other shit tier isekai that was getting put out, that was trying to be something that was mildly popular, I'd have enough nickels that I'd be able to be making my own anime. But, like, so yeah, to insinuate that manga doesn't have that problem is incorrect, I would say. But, like, but I would say the one thing I'll give that, though, is, like, I agree insofar as, like, I've seen more original shit from manga than I have from Western comics. And I don't mean that in, like, because I'm gonna say that, and a lot of you are gonna presume that I'm talking about, like, superhero shit, and that's not what I mean. I mean, like, I can count the number and type of stories I have seen marketed to me from the Western comic scene on one hand. And they all kind of sound and feel the same to me. Much the same way as, like, ooh, no, you know what? I know exactly the right way to phrase it. Consistent viewers of mine will remember that I talked about, the Sony presentations, where I said that, like, Sony presentations all kind of become soup. Where, like, it's obvious AAA game, obvious indie, obvious AAA game, obvious indie, and it all kind of becomes soup.
What do you mean you're at soup?
The Western comics market is like that.
Oh, that reminds me. I should have gotten it.
It's a case of, like, aha, I can see what you're doing. I can see the kind of story you're trying to sell me, and there's 50 others of the same kind of story published by the same authors over and over again. Like, problem is boomer executives who want all the money. I mean, yeah, it's part of it. Like, it's a combination of a lot of things, right? Because you want to say, like, this is the thing, right? And we all want to say this, and it's true, is we want to blame corporate fat cats for that. And that's not necessarily a bad place to place some of the blame. But, like, you also have to remember that, like, if you're gonna be like, oh, well, the Western comic scene is more than the fat cat, is more than Marvel and DC, okay. Indie comics are also incredibly samey. Like, this is a, like, unanimous problem. Like, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I'm incredibly picky when it comes to, like, when it comes to my media, I'm simultaneously not picky at all and very picky. Insofar as, like, I'm not picky in that when it comes down to genre, I don't really care. I know a ton of people who are like, I don't read romance, I think it's boring, or I don't read action because it's etc., right? And that's where I say, like, I'm not particularly picky. I don't really care. I'll bounce between any genre as long as it looks interesting to me. Or I have somebody give me a good sales pitch or whatever, right? I've read little bits of everything. I have Mad K and Skip Beat on my shelf, for God's sake. But, like, I'm also incredibly picky when it comes to my media, because there's certain things you will say in marketing or in a pitch to me that will just turn me off immediately, and I'll be like, oh, I'm not reading that. There's just certain phraseology that people use over and over and over again that to me reads as like, oh, there is no substance here. This is nothing. Great example of that. I keep seeing, I don't know if any of you get these, but I keep getting, what the fuck is the brand called? Ren something? My brain wants to say Ren Pie, but that's not right. Like Ren something manga on Twitter that keeps trying to advertise me weird, like romance and yaoi manga. Tried to sell me ABO shit. Tried to sell me on reading ABO shit. And I was like, I didn't know that the ABO market was particularly big in Japan, but no, I know now.
Hey.
But like, I look at those posts and I'm like, oh, I couldn't be less interested in this. Solid secondary are the motherfuckers who keep posting edits of, like, villainess manhwa on my fucking TikTok timeline. My brothers in Christ, you couldn't pay me to give a fuck. Couldn't pay me. I don't care. I don't read fucking villainess manga. I just don't like it. I don't think it's good. I find it incredibly boring and samey. Like, villainess stories to manhwa are what fucking, like, trapped in a video game anime are to women. And I don't care. And if that's for you, that's cool, but it's not for me. Villainess, like, villain, like a lady villain. Hella bigoted, hella oppressive society. No, they're not. No, they're not. Like, that's what we're not gonna do is pretend that, like, listen, Japan has some whack laws about, like, their media, and that's true, but what we're not gonna do is push a narrative that's not true. Yeah, and there's non-existent female leadership in the United States. What's your fucking point?
Last time I checked, Joe Biden is neither cis nor trans female.
Yeah, like,
neither was Trump, or Obama, or Bush.
Like, and also
Reagan,
our
or
female...
the other Bush.
I was gonna say, and also, like, our
Clinton.
female Congress members are doing next to nothing for the women. Yeah, like, so...
I know there's at least one that's, like, actively pushing down, like, other, like,
yeah,
minorities.
But that's what I'm saying, is, like, so to say that, like... because the United States is very similar, Western comics also attract, like, white nationalism. Like, that's not what we're not gonna do is label media consumption based on the politics of a country. That's ridiculous. That's insane.
No, what you base it off of is whether or not I care.
Yeah, like, that's my point, is, like, what we're not gonna do is that, because that's just inherently incorrect. But, like, oh, issue with xenophobia, not gender discrimination. To say that there's no gender discrimination problems in Japan is untrue, but, like, it's gender discrimination problems most places, you know what I mean? Like,
You'd be hard-pressed to find a, like, country where it's not a problem.
yeah, again, so, like, those things are not mutually exclusive. But like,
this is not the
it's
conversation.
it's reductionist to. I think the issue is that Western comics don't know how to end a fucking character saga. I agree with that. It's true. Love being a consistent viewer. Have you read Something is Killing the Children? I did pick up the first one. I haven't started it yet. I've been caught up on other shit. There's CEOs that are female in Japan. Where's the manga for Ainu people? Soda? Are you familiar with Golden Kamui? Like, where is the manga for Ainu people? Golden Kamui. Like,
this is
like a really iconic seinen series is the manga about the Ainu people. Also, where are the female CEOs? Some of the biggest names in manga are women. Like, that's ridiculous.
Are we forgetting that the manga for Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah, where's the female it's Hiromu Arakawa, fucking the creator of Demon Slayer, the fucking creator of fucking Inuyasha. Like, what are you talking about? Like, some of the biggest names and genre definers of manga as an art form have been women. What are you even on? Like, part of the reason anime became popular in the West was because of fucking shit like Sailor Moon. Which was also written by a woman. Like, I'm talking about politics. I could turn on the TV for the latter. But this is my point, is like, you're saying shit and you don't, like, I don't want to say you don't know, but like,
there's something about what you're saying that does scream a lot of ignorance, unfortunately.
Yeah, like, you're making a lot of claims about manga, and you don't seem to know a lot about it. Like, you don't seem to know a lot about, like...
I'll fully admit that I don't know a whole lot about it, but like...
I'll stop. I'm just not seeing tech and other powerful industries in Japan. What does that have to do with comics? Like, this is the point that I'm trying to make, is like, we are talking about comic demographics. I made an offhanded point that I understand why the younger readership is transitioning to manga instead of Western comics, and you started talking about bigotry in Japan. Like, what are you talking about? That has nothing to do with the conversation we were having. Gender politics is a misnomer, makes me picture things like agenders are planning a coup or the association of he-hims. We can't allow that. As your local non-binary, I am coming for your guns. The council has decided. Justin, how did you find out about the coup? Between those two topics, there's a stunning lack of information. Yeah. Like, I don't...
just realized my mic was off for a second.
Yeah, like, it's just, I don't... Yeah, I'm done talking about this. It's...
Okay.
Either there's a disconnect of some sort, or, like, you are not informed enough about the alternate side of this argument.
But
I need my gun to defend against other guns. Yes. Because as we all know, as I know, because I am a gun user.
Gun Mario.
I am, in fact, a gun Mario. When another person breaks into your home with a firearm, if you also have a firearm, and you two lock eyes, you start a Pokemon battle, and your guns have to fight to the death. That's how it works. That's what we learned in gun safety. That's how it goes. Fellow they them, high five. He uses gun breathing.
Also, I do have to go now.
Okay. Goodbye, TP.
Before I go, Keaton, check your DMs.
I shall. Ba, 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 ba. Yes! Cute! I love the fucking lighting on this, Jesus.
Now I'm glad you're happy with it. I'm gonna probably share it in the our chat, like in the other people's art in here.
Feel free. It's very nice.
All right, I'ma go. Thank you.
Goodbye. Shit, I need my blunderbuss, just as the founding fathers intended. Wait, I'm Irish. Fuck. For once in the he-him association history turns dramatically to stare into the middle distance, we will need to parlay with the she-her sisterhood. Against us radical they-thems. But anyway, fucking One Piece. I've slowed down my binge of One Piece. Mainly because now that I'm in a place where I don't need to, like, be caught up, I've bypassed... Because my joke was, I have to get caught up before July so that I can enjoy the reveal of Gear 5. But I did that already. I'm all the way past that. I finished Wano, so I need no longer continue at the pace I was at. So I've slowed down. I'm like 20 chapters away from being caught up. So probably I'll take that month to get caught up, so that way when we come back off of hiatus, I'll be able to keep pace with all the other fun, with all the cool kids. Before we vote, are we allowed to make jokes about politicians? Yes. You are allowed. So, okay. I have a rule enforced in chat. I don't like to talk about politics particularly seriously, A, because this is a fun place, and B, because I'm not going to pretend that I'm particularly educated on any given thing. Like, I pay attention, I try to stay informed, but, like, I don't keep up with, like, the details of politics, and I'm a fucking Eldritch Abomination VTuber. Like, you don't give a shit about my politics. But, like, so I don't talk about politics too much, and that's fine. But, like, making jokes about politicians is totally cool. Like, I give a fuck. Thank you for the follow! Welcome to the Legion. I have one rule when it comes to talking about politics in my chat. I don't like to talk about it, but, like, maybe we will. I will not listen to your opinion if you do not vote. That's my rule. And I'm like that in real life, too. That's how I stand. If you have the ability to make your voice heard and to change the situation, and to change a situation that you do not like or agree with, and you opt out of it intentionally and purposefully, then I don't have to listen to your opinions about politics. You had the chance to change the things you don't like, and you chose not to, I don't have to listen to you. Trans person, I try to stay away from politics as of late. True. It's decided we shan't be talking about politics no more. Anyone who tries to veto this decision no longer has the right to do so by the power invested of me by absolutely nobody. This is the new law. It's all about the memes, Jack. Only politics we should be talking about is Armstrong and his nanomachines. True.
When it comes to political discussions, that's kind of a lot of the time what my streams turn into.
Yeah, I don't... I'm a firm believer in the axiom of, like, it's not something I care to... not something I like to talk about, and B, something I'm not particularly knowledgeable about, therefore I just won't. Like, I'm not gonna open my mouth and talk about stupid shit that I don't know enough about, right? But, like, also my streams aren't about that, so I don't like talking about it. I'd rather talk about... Listen, every minute that we spend talking about politics is another minute we could be spending, talking about how Capcom is not going to give me Sengoku Basara, and I'm very upset about it. Because I know they won't. That's why they were like, oh, what is your most, like, your, like, how did they phrase it? Your most unrealistic expectation of the next Nintendo Direct. And I was like, they're not gonna give me Sengoku Basara, but if they do, I will become ungovernable. They're made by Koei and Arxis.
I'm gonna need to start setting up.
Go ahead.
Reminds me, I'm gonna have to start setting up the streams for Summer Games Fest, because that is gonna be on Thursday.
I'm excited. Every second. Like, fucking, I want... They're not gonna give me Senbasa. I know that they won't. Because it's been years, and nobody gives a fuck about Muso games that aren't...
Joining...
I'll probably be joining... Well, I'll probably co-stream with you. Oh no.
Joining in my stream, or are you gonna be doing your own?
I will probably co-stream with you. So I'll probably hop in your streams, but...
I just hot barbecue saying, am I dying?
You were, yeah. I think we found you. In the proverbial sea.
Yeah, we're gonna try this thing. Hello, my back.
Yeah, you're back.
I'm about to rip into this package. I'm gonna fucking try this stupid thing I bought for the new computer that I'm not even gonna use it. God. This is really pissing me off. I don't like how much my internet has been dying today.
I did get your question, and to answer it, I'm planning on probably joining in on you, but I'll probably co-stream with you.
Fair enough.
So I'll probably stream
I
to
saw
my
earlier, Soda Pop Barbecue say...
Go ahead.
Yeah. I saw in the chat earlier, Soda Pop Barbecue saying, oh, as a Gex fan, I feel you. It's like, Oh, really?
Listen, Susie and I can relate.
Also, I did find, I did find one series that can complain more than Gex, than us Gex fans. And that is if anyone that's a fan of a series called Bug.
No idea.
I had never heard of it until today. But their last game was on the Dreamcast in, like, 1995. They are the only ones that I have found that are able to complain more than Gex fans.
Why does Yamato feel...
I can get away with it.
I just saw... Why does Yamato feel like the kind of guy who, when someone asks him, are those real? Instead of saying yes, he just pulls them in headfirst into his massive tits. Probably.
Probably would.
No, you know what? Yamato, if you were like, are those real? He would be like, yes, I'm very proud of how hard I had to work for them, assuming you were talking about his muscles. And then there's just the pause of like, what? What? My question is, in the One Piece universe, do they have gender reassignment surgery, or do you just call Ivankov? Do you just go to the Kamabaka Queendom and get your fucking gender transed? Because I like the notion that it's the latter. I like the idea that, like, instead of, like, oh, we have to book a consultation with a doctor, it's like, no, you gotta book a flight's what you gotta do.
Would do in a heartbeat.
And they'd be stoked to do it. They'd be stoked to do it for you. So, okay. Here's where we come into, like, an issue, right? Because Oda, in particular, draws his characters with, like, little dot eyes, right? So a lot of the time, there's characters who just don't have an eye color. Like Ace or Luffy. And so we gotta just fucking make that shit up. I am going to posit that Ace and now Sabo, had different colored eyes before, but after eating, the flame fruit, they have red eyes now. My position is that, like, when you eat, like, a Logia fruit of any kind, like, it just fucks up the way your body looks a little bit on the outside as well. My man's is now made of fire.
If I had a nickel style joke in a video or in a commentary, I'd have 3 nickels.
Ivankov or some secret...
It's a lot, but guys... It's like, which isn't a lot, but please, guys, stop giving me a reason to do this.
Ivankov or some secret process held by the world government, probably. Trans femme and a trans mask both want bottom surgery. Do you call law so he can swap them around? Okay.
That's a really good one.
Here's a good question, actually. Because, A, that's a fantastic question. Because I think the better question, where you might think it's like, can the op fruit do that? Attach body parts that don't belong to you to other people. But now that we've seen Wano, we know that definitively the answer is yes. Because Kinemon got his torso, he got himself cut into thirds, and they attached themselves to other things. So you can do that. The question is, though, does it become your dick? Because when Kinemon was, like, cut into pieces, right? And attached himself to the dragon, for example, like, the dragon didn't develop another set of legs. It just kind of got stuck to him. So if you're... So, for the sake of argument, we'll say that Dio and Suzy trade. I don't think that, I think the question becomes less, can it be done, and more, does Dio feel it every time that Suzy pees? Like, that's the question, do they become part of you, or are they still part of the original person that they belong to? That's the only drawback with doing it with the world's cleanest bottom surgeon.
I mean, alternatively, you could go to Ivan.
Could just go to Iva. Could just have have
yeah.
Iva give you one stick. You have to take testosterone injections for the rest of time. No! You get one testosterone injection.
Just once!
Just once! You get one testosterone injection, and you have a penis now!
For my case, one estrogen one.
One estrogen shot, and that's it. And now you have titties, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. No scars, no post-care, no worries about your fucking endocrine system, that's it.
Shit like that, like, definitely, shit like that I think about a lot, like the Ranma, like, Pool of Drowned Girl, is one, or, for, I guess, less immediate, like, gender swapping and just general health thing, I think about, what is this stand? Is it Pearl Jam?
Yeah, Pearl Jam. Oh yeah, where it, like, turns you inside out.
It's the one where it's just like, they eat Italian food and it fucking, dude fucking explodes but feels better at the end.
Yeah, I don't know how to express
I think about
to you.
that one a lot too.
Yeah, I don't know how to express to you that I would give anything if I could eat a single breadstick and then never have stomach problems ever again. I would take that 30 seconds of intense agony.
I think a lot about that episode after Avi showed it to me.
Do you want a fun little bit of Heaton lore? So my dearest darling Rachel Summers, my girl Splatterhouse, her superpowers are based exclusively in weird, intrusive thoughts that I've had my whole life. That are kind of like that. Where, like, for example, every time I have, like, a stomach cramp, I have the intrusive thought of, like, I bet it'd feel great if I could just cut my stomach open and just rub the muscles until they stopped and then just close it. You know what I mean? Like, or like every time I get menstrual cramps, I'm like, I bet it'd feel great to just like, bleh, like just be disemboweled for a second to relieve all the pressure and then just put it all back in. Like, that's what I keep thinking about, and then I was like, I want to make a character whose, like, superpower is that. Because I think, like, it's, like, super cool visually, like, this weird body horror vibe, but also I think it's weirdly, to my sick, twisted brain, it's weirdly satisfying to be like, oh, yeah, that'd be it. You have to wonder where all the duplicate devil fruits are, though. There aren't any. There is no duplicate devil fruit. You cannot have two of the same one active at the same time. Lore has said. You can't, it's wild. You cannot have two of the same devil fruit at the same time. You can have things that are similar, like, for example, the Mochi Mochi no Mi and the Gomu Gomu no Mi are similar. Katakuri and Luffy can do kind of similar things, but, like, there's things Katakuri can do that Luffy can't do. That explains how the Flame is duplicated. It's not! So, in Dressrosa, we get the lore that when a devil fruit user dies, that is the only time that fruit will appear again. So when Ace died, another flame appeared, and then Sabo won it from the tournament in Dressrosa. You cannot have two of the same active at the same time. The only way to ensure that somebody else gets the power is either to have what Teach has, where he can steal them, or to kill someone. It's why Teach killed Whitebeard, is so that he could get Whitebeard's devil fruit powers. Wait, Ace dies? If that's genuine, I'm sorry that Anakin is your but... Oh, you didn't know! I'm so sorry. If you didn't know, I'm so sorry. Man, this really is a, like, Darth Vader is is Luke's father? Jesus. Has anyone here tried the devil fruit bath bombs? No, but I wanna really bad. I bet they're cool. I bet they smell great. One of the things that's, like, constantly on... Rosebud was a sled the whole time. One of the things that's, like, constantly on my throne, for example, is, candles and, it's, like, candles, wax melts, that kind of shit. Because I love smelling. I like things that smell good. Favorite candle scent? Ooh! I have a couple. There's this very specific kind that Dio gets me. They're called Cauldron Apothecary. And they have this scent, it's called Hickory and Tobacco. That, mwah! Immaculate. I really love, like, strong, like, earthy scents. Like, I like tobacco, I like wood scents a lot. I like the occasional fruity scent, but I prefer things that are earthy. Like, I like woods, I like herbs, I like flower scents, but I'm not a big fan of things that smell like food. And then I also really like I like my personal favorite, my go-to are Bath & Body Works Mahogany and Teakwood. It's so good. It smells so good. Love me some Bath & Body Works candles. I have so many. I have, like... Oh no, I only have, like, 3 left. I have 3 candles left. I had Elon candles once. They have a very musky smell. I have... Oh no, I only have the 2? What? No, I have more than that. Hang on. Hang on a second. I have a little cart next to my desk where I keep, like, I have snacks. It's 3-tiered. It's supposed to be able to roll on the floor. I got it from IKEA when we set up my desk, because it's, like, the perfect height to sit under my desk. But it has 3 tiers. The bottom one is where I keep all my game controllers. The middle one is where I keep my snacks. The top one is where I keep my scented candles. But I have, currently... I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I only have 4 or 5 left. I have 1 that I'm currently burning. I have a Trader Joe's smell. Vanilla pumpkin, which I quite like. Love autumn scents, too. Autumn scents are great. I have one from, like, a local candle maker that is, Scream themed. And it's called No You Hang Up First. It has like a vanilla berry kind of scent. I have another one from a different local candle maker that's called Badass that smells a little bit like caramel, like cinnamon, wood kind of. I have my Cauldron Apothecary, my white birch scent, because I just burned through the tobacco and hickory scent already. And then I have a Bath and Body Works, a White Barn candle that's Black Cherry Merlot that I absolutely fucking adore. I want to eat these. Area Autism Brain says eat the candle. But they smell great. And I keep them in my office because since we're on like the top floor and the windows don't open super well, when the air starts to get a little stale, I light a little scented candle and it makes everything smell a little better up here. Found a Grave Dirt and Forest scented one called Unmarked Grave, gothiest candle ever candidate. It's so good. I love, I've seen a couple that are like that. What do you think about how there is now a fish fruit? What do you think about that? I don't... Fucking... Oda confirmed in an SBS that there is a Mizu no Mi. There is a water fruit. And, like, did not elaborate on what that would do or how that would work. The answer is probably not much and not well. Heaton is hot and I'm taking them. It's technically a hot take. It's very good. Very smooth. I'll give you that one. Smooth. Nezzy's here. Hello, Nezzy.
Butter.
It's all the Final Girl games. If only I had 180 pounds for all of them. What's more wrong? Briefly inconveniencing streamer or destroying the Muppets? Kidnapping the streamer!
They're Heaton's. Streamers aren't people. I really want some strawberries. It's 5 in the morning.
Strawberries sound really good, actually.
Get strawberries anyway. Who cares if it's 5 in the morning?
We don't have any strawberries.
Sounds like an issue.
Somebody call the Wonder Pets. Did anybody else drive their teacher insane when the phone rang and all the kids went, the phone is ringing?
No, that was...
We drove one of our teachers. We drove one of our teachers nuts doing that. She, like, gave us the mom look of, like, stop fucking doing that when I'm picking up the phone.
Time of day is it? For me, it's only 3:05, but Nezzy's in Japan, so...
Yeedly-dee. I'm sitting here with my wounded pride.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing alright. I had to take some Tylenol because I can feel the fucking incision. It's all a matter of just trying to get comfortable laying down. Because when I lay down, it's the best way to get elevation to my arm.
Them!
I need drum. Them.
them, they, them. Now we just have to do... the last little details. Alright! Hello! Hello! It is a girly wolf mom. Hello, Danica! Hello, Danica's chat. If those of you are unfamiliar with me, hello. I am Heat Mitsuru, your friendly Eldritch Abomination VTuber. I draw, I play video games, occasionally I do dumb bullshit. But today we are continuing our Pride Month charity drive by drawing some LGBT ships that I quite like. We're raising money for the Trevor Project, and every $50 donated, every $50 landmark we hit on the way to $600, I will draw a safe for work lewd.
No.
So if you want to see me draw titties, you should donate some money.
I need to do, after the Harry Potter video comes out, I'm going to do my Trevor Project charity. I don't know what we're going to do. It's either going to be Uno or Monopoly, whatever hurts more.
I got 2 cursed fun facts here. I will give you, bullet ants get their name from their bites being as painful as being shot. And I will also give you, orca whales will suffocate sharks in order to get rid of them.
Did you know that a moose's natural predator is a killer whale?
Yeah, I was talking to Lio about this. I've spoken about this repeatedly. I think there should be a third classification for animals. 'Cause, some things, goddammit, are just not prey. I refuse to look at a moose and be like, yeah, it's a prey animal. Fuck you. Fuck you, a moose is a prey animal.
That's why the only predator it has is a killer whale, because moose can dive, I believe, up to 30 feet.
It's deranged. They are creatures of terror and monstrosity, and they should not be referred to as prey creatures. It just doesn't make sense. And then we do...
I'm sorry if you hear me grunt, every once in a while.
Actually, I'm gonna do... No, this is fine. Because then I can do... there's no object here. Me, me, me. Fuck you. And then transform, flip horizontally. Put that one there. And I can just do it this way. There's no object here. Me, 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 me. Your mom. Your mom is not an object here. Because Ace also needs 2 qualifiers instead of just 1.
I need to draw more, but brain has been chunky.
Safer work doesn't necessarily equal tasteful, but fair. True.
Tasteful nudes.
We need the trans flag. Bingus.
I apologize if you hear grunts. My arm hurt.
It's almost as if.
It's almost as if.
MLM flag. Bingus.
Men.
Men loving men. Men loving men.
Men.
I think he would be gay.
I think you would be gay.
Damn. I can't believe that Nezzy is headcanoning me as gay.
Fucking get owned, forehead, you gay
Wait,
fuck.
I was about to say, don't know how that feels.
Silence, lesbian. Silence, woman. You gave up your rights to speak.
Listen, I stand by my theory, which is that Susie is asexual, but that she just... women. You know?
Women.
You can still be ace and like women, and I think Susie is that. I think Susie is ace and likes women.
Women.
Heaton moose is a prey animal. It just lived most of their predators. I know, and there should... Fucking hippos are another one!
That's really funny.
Like, hippos are another one of those animals that I'm like, they're not fucking prey animals. Fuck you. There has to be another classification. There has to be another word.
Oh, what is the fucking... There is a word on like the pyramid. On the pyramid of prey animal, there is a word for it, and I don't remember what it is. My brain keeps wanting to say tertiary predator.
There.
But
Don't
like,
terrify me. Skittles have no flavor. They all taste the same. Shut the fuck up. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. You're actually lying to me. This is not a bit. You're lying to me. Skittles absolutely... No, it's Fruit Loops that don't have flavor. Idiot. You
Oh,
fool,
man.
you moron.
Everything we know is a lie.
Yeah, it's Fruit Loops that all taste the same. Skittles have different flavors. They totally do. I'll kick your ass. I'll beat the shit out of you.
Have you considered eating Skittles like cereal?
There is a Skittles cereal.
Why?
I don't know, but it does exist. I've seen it. Can confirm it does exist.
Why?
I don't know.
Why
Could not
does your
give you an answer.
Why does your country keep trying to kill itself in new fun ways?
Because they're new and fun.
Fun ways.
I didn't fucking say I'd be here for a long time. I said I'd be here for a fun time.
I like the idea of a non-binary, asexual, aromantic being the NBAA.
Oh my god! No!
I like that. I like being the NBAA. See, the joke is that, I thought I was the quadruple A. Asexual, agender, aromantic, and autistic. Americans are weird as hell. Factually correct. As an American, can confirm.
Can we call you AAA and you come in really fun cars?
I'll come in and I almost said fix your plumbing. That's not even kind of what AAA does.
No.
That's not even a little correct. Alright, cool. No, I'm smart.
So we have Heaton, and then I'm queer. I'm a queer boy. I'm a queer little boy. Queer little German boy.
Queer little German boy.
Oh my god, this place is full of penis.
It's full of cock and suck.
It's full of cock and ball torture.
I need you to know that
Yeah.
I'm so stupid. You wanna know how fucking stupid I am?
Probably not as stupid as me, considering the popsicle stick incident.
Thank you for the sub, Trichomist?
The
Killer Frequency is
Popsicle
out? Cringe.
stick incident?
Cringe, cringe, cringe. Yeah, the popsicle stick incident is my favorite. When we were watching the Walden Files. And there was a bit where they made a popsicle stick house, and Nezzy thought this motherfucker believed that you had to eat hundreds of popsicles in order to make a popsicle stick house. He's like, I don't know who eats that many popsicles. And I'm like, you...
No. I said, I don't know how someone can eat so many popsicles to make a popsicle stick house. And Heaton was like, you can buy them at craft stores.
I was like, you know that you can, like...
No.
I was like, you know that, like, you could go to a craft store and buy popsicle sticks by, like, the bag of 100, right?
No.
You also...
I swear to fuck.
I mean, theoretically, you also could save the sticks. Like, wash them and save them.
You could!
I know,
Also
but, like, to do that, you would have to eat. You'd have to eat a bunch of popsicle sticks.
Fuck! I have to add this to
Yeah,
my
but
wish list.
over the course of a long time?
Yeah, no, the joke is that you
Over the
don't
course
have
of a
to eat the
while?
popsicle sticks. The joke was that you don't
No,
have to.
I know, but I'm just saying. No, I understand what the joke is. I'm also saying, however, there are other ways of doing it.
I didn't know.
Popsicle.
I didn't know that the same company that made Dredge is the one that made Killer Frequency. Fuck yeah.
Did you know that there was like a popsicle? So like every Friday at my old school, they would sell popsicles, and they were called Big Sticks.
Big dicks.
They were rainbow colored too, so
Damn.
I think one of them was the color of a French flag. So I don't know.
That's it for today. So I'm gonna send you over. I'm gonna send you over to our boy Von Ishii, who is streaming Killer Frequency. I didn't know that Killer Frequency was already out. Fuck. I've been wanting to play this for a while. I didn't think it came out yet. Cringe.
Get on forehead.
Tomorrow we'll be get one. Tomorrow we'll be back with more art.
Excuse me.
I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Why did the game take